the fuck is going down, everybody? It's your boy, Sauceman X. Check it back at your niggas with another goddamn video today. So anyways, man, I'm back with another NBA video in this bitch. And you already see it by the title, okay? You already see it by the title. This is another one of the top 5 most overrated NBA fucking videos. Another top 5 most overrated NBA fucking videos. So I might as well just go ahead and get this video out the way. And I might as well just go ahead and get the fucking, what was I gonna say? The infamous videos out the way. Because I know that this video is going to get a lot of dislikes. Because whenever I call someone's favorite team overrated, whenever I call a player in the league overrated, a lot of people react emotionally and they dislike the fucking video just because they disagree with my fucking opinion. But anyway, man, it's just fucking ridiculous. So I know that this video is going to get a lot of dislikes just because people don't agree with that shit, but I have a lot more NBA videos planned. I have videos planned about top 5 most underrated NBA videos, which is going to be a lot better video because I'm actually giving more teams credit rather than criticizing them, that I know a lot of people are going to potentially like more than fucking dislike. But anyways, you already see it by the title. You already see it. Top 5 most overrated NBA fucking teams. So this is going to be an infamous video. I know a lot of people are going to come and dislike this shit, but again, I was going to make this video anyways, so I might as well just go ahead and get the shit out the fucking way so we can have all these motherfuckers talk shit and dislike the fucking video, but it still hosts my channel either way because I'm getting a lot of views. So anyways, you already see it by the title, top 5 most overrated NBA fucking teams. Now before I get on into this shit, I just wanted to make a disclaimer. Just because I call a team overrated, and just because I call an NBA player overrated, does not mean I'm saying that they are a bad player. And I think that's a big misconception people get. Just because I'm calling an NBA team overrated does not mean I consider them a bad player, because there's like 2 fucking teams, maybe even 3, just 2 fucking teams, maybe even 3 fucking teams on this list that I think are going to go far in the playoffs if they continue to progress and play better, obviously. You know, if it wasn't that, why would I put them on an overrated list? But teams that I think are going to go far in the playoffs. So just what I categorize as overrated is when a team or a player does not meet up to the expectations that is built around them, do not meet up to the expectations that people have for them, and people do not meet up to the hype that people build around them, and do not, you know, achieve the standard that people put on them because they put unrealistic expectations on a team. So even if they're a good team and they don't meet up to expectations, still they're considered overrated in my opinion. So that's what I'm basing by it. I'm pretty sure people should have already known that by now, but of course people don't understand what I categorize as overrated, since they have their little biases and shit about their favorite player in NBA team. So I know I'm gonna piss off a lot of people with this video, but anyways, might as well, without further ado, let me just go ahead and get started with this fucking list. Top 5 most overrated teams in the league. The top 5 most overrated teams in the league. So number 5 on this list. Okay, number 5 on this list I have is the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, I wasn't even going to put this team on the list. Okay, I was not even going to put this fucking team on a list. But I could not find, when I got the first 4, because I literally made this fucking list a few minutes ago, but, you know, since I couldn't find any other teams in the league that are potentially even slightly overrated compared to the Philadelphia 76ers, other than the 4 teams that I have on the fucking list, I cannot think of any other possible overrated team, so I just put the Philadelphia 76ers on this bitch. But I'm pretty sure, I'm about 95% sure, maybe it's me having false expectations for the Philadelphia 76ers, but in my personal opinion, I do not think the 76ers are overrated anymore. But based off of last season and all the expectations that are now on the Philadelphia 76ers, based off the hype and overrated shit that they were on last year, and, you know, earlier this season before they got Jimmy Butler, I might as well just go ahead and put these motherfuckers on the list. So anyways, so number 5 on this list, I got the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, here's the thing. Here's the fucking thing. As I said, just because I call a team overrated does not mean that they are not a good team. I'm actually predicting this shit, considering the fact that the Boston Celtics are playing like shit, and you know, the fucking Boston Celtics playing like fucking garbage. I don't know what the fuck happened to that fucking team. You know, I might actually predict that the Philadelphia 76ers might make the conference finals this year. And I'm going as far to say that shit. I think the 76ers might actually make the conference finals this year because they have Jimmy Butler, who's playing amazing, dropped like 34 points against the Brooklyn Nets, hit a game winner with 0.4 fucking seconds left, actually feeling himself, actually dominating in Philadelphia. And now that he's on the team, I don't think they're going to be overrated anymore because Butler is going to be carrying the entire team. Hopefully he fucking will. But all you have on the fucking team, it still remains. All you have on the fucking team is Jimmy Butler and Joel Embiid, who are both superstars, obviously. And you have Ben Simmons, who's overrated as fuck. I put him on the most overrated list. He's overrated as fuck. And then you have a bunch of, you know, perimeter, inexperienced, young, inexperienced perimeter jump shooters who are inconsistent and choke like little fucking bitches in the fucking playoffs. And that might be a huge detriment, but I think Jimmy Butler would actually be able to will his fucking team because he's definitely got a better squad around him than he did in fucking Minnesota, hence why he fucking left in the first place. So Philadelphia 76ers, they might not be overrated, but it's already proven that they were overrated last season because they choked like fucking bitches in the playoffs, and Ben Simmons choked like a bitch in the fucking playoffs, especially in the second round against the Boston Celtics. You know, everyone thought that they were going to make the conference finals. Then they have just a bunch of inconsistent perimeter jump shooters who never fail to fucking disappoint their fucking fans because they don't even realize how overrated their team is. And I don't know if it's mainly because of the whole trust the process thing that people all of a sudden expect them to get better gradually or some shit like that. But let's be honest here. If it wasn't for Jimmy Butler, y'all niggas would never even see past the second round by even a small fucking chance. So anyway, so number 5, I'm going to have to put the Philadelphia 76ers on this list. But since Butler's on the fucking team, maybe I can't say shit. So anyways, I was actually debating on whether I should not put this fucking team on a list. But anyway, so that's number 5 on this list. So number 4 on this fucking list. Number 4 I have on this fucking list is the Houston fucking Rockets, my nigga. Okay, I have the Houston Rockets on this fucking list for number 4, and it is just fucking ridiculous. So, Houston fucking Rockets. What the fuck? Okay, first off, what the fuck happened to this team? Now, here's a perfect fucking analogy, in my opinion. Here's a perfect fucking analogy, in my opinion, for the Houston Rockets. They are the Boston Celtics of the Western fucking Conference. Hold on, my phone cut off. They are the Western Conference. They are the Boston Celtics of the Western fucking Conference. Okay, there's a team that was supposed to win, literally, that expected to win like 50-something games. Then they come in and they play like complete fucking shit compared to their expectations. But for some weird reason, I'm not even that surprised. I don't know why, but for some weird reason, I'm not even that surprised that the Rockets are playing like shit this season. So I didn't fucking overrate them. I mean, well, maybe I did, but I'm actually not surprised that they're playing like shit because if they have a few fucking bad games, a few bad fucking stretches, it's just going to fucking continue and repeat itself over and over again until they have some type of momentum. So they're not really, I'm not even surprised that the fucking Rockets are playing like shit right now. They're literally 13th seed in the fucking league. And it is just fucking ridiculous, okay? Of course, maybe they can turn it around, but the chances of them, but I doubt it, okay? The chances of the Rockets turning it around, I think is mainly because they, you know, dealt with fucking injuries at the beginning of the season, suspensions, and that kind of threw them off a little bit, you know, and shit like that. Chris Paul got injured, James Harden got injured, and that kind of fucked with their schedule, kind of fucked with their fucking chemistry a little bit. And Mike D'Antoni, literally a shitty-ass fucking coach who does not know how to coach his team, allowing his team to miss 26 straight shots on the game that they could have made the finals on. It's just fucking ridiculous. So I'm actually not surprised that they're playing like shit, but I have a feeling. Now, here's a perfect fucking example of why they're overrated. James Harden, for example. Of course, it's obviously James Harden because whenever you have a great fucking player, you know what I'm saying, they're going to overrate the entire team entire team regardless. And I know I'm going to piss off a lot of people, you know, on this fucking video because I have fucking people's favorite players, you know, and their fucking teams that I'm calling them overrated. But Houston fucking Rockets, for example, I think it was like last week or some shit. Few fucking days, I don't fucking know, like on Sunday. James Harden dropped 54 fucking points. Amazing fucking game. Amazing fucking game against the Washington fucking Wizards. Okay, the Washington Wizards. And they blew an 18-point lead against the Washington Wizards, which is literally pathetic because the Wizards are playing like shit. They're finally picking it up. I don't know when John Wall decided he wanted to play good, but he's finally playing fucking good. Okay, I think it's because Dwight Howard left, and I don't know what the fuck happened with Dwight Howard. But anyways, that's besides the fucking point. That weird fucking shit. But that's besides the fucking point. But what the fuck happened? Washington Wizards, okay, blew an 18-point lead against some niggas. Here's the main thing. Why did people give a fuck about that game? Why did people care about that fucking game? Now, of course, they will care about the fucking game because the nigga dropped 54 and there was an 18-point comeback. But other than that, why would people even care about that game to begin with? Blake Griffin earlier in the season dropped 50 points against the Philadelphia 76ers. You know what I'm saying? They against the Philadelphia 76ers, I mean, people would give a fuck about that game, right? No, they fucking did it. The game was on League Pass. Nobody gave a shit. You know what I'm saying? But whenever the Rockets played the Wizards, the Wizards are 8-12. It's literally two sub-500 teams facing off against each other. Everybody acts like it's a fucking prime elite fucking matchup with the top 3 fucking seeds. It's because their minds are still stuck in the Rockets actually being one of the best teams in the league. But in reality, there's like 7 teams in the Western Conference that are playing substantially better than the Houston fucking Rockets right now. And I mean, you got the fucking Minnesota Timberwolves. Even they are playing better than the Rockets right now. You can even say the Spurs, even though they're not even that consistent, they're playing better than the Rockets. Fucking Denver Nuggets, better than the Rockets. Portland Trailblazers, Los Angeles Lakers. The list goes on and on. Okay, they're literally the 13th seed, playing a lot better. The Dallas Mavericks are playing better than the Rockets this season. But why doesn't anybody ever give a fuck about the games they play? Why not? Okay, the Mavericks literally blew the fucking Jazz out by 50 points a few weeks ago. Nobody talked about that shit. So it's just fucking ridiculous. So the Houston Rockets, it's mainly because people expect them. They hold them to the same standard as if they're going to get a 50-point game again. I mean, as if they're going to get a 50-win season again. But, I mean, if you think that the Rockets have a fucking chance of getting 50 wins again at this rate, maybe I could be wrong, but that's highly unlikely that they're going to do it, then you are ignorant as hell, because the Rockets are not even going to see past 45 games this season at this fucking rate. But you never know, the rate can change. So Houston Rockets, people still think that Harden is still the MVP and they're still capable of winning 60 fucking games. It's not going to fucking work out. They're literally one of the worst teams in the Western Conference right now. So number 4, I got the Houston Rockets. So number 3 on this list, what I have for number 3 on this fucking list is the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, I know I'm going to piss off a lot of fucking people with this shit. The Oklahoma City Thunder. So, here's how I'm explaining this shit. Okay, this is a little bit of a fucking paradox in my opinion. Because it's kind of hard to explain, and people might not fucking understand it. But anyway, so here's the main reason for why I think the Thunder are overrated. Russell fucking Westbrook. Okay, first of all, here's the thing. Here's the paradox thing I'm talking about. When Russell Westbrook is the main reason for why the Thunder are overrated in my opinion. But if you were to take away Russell Westbrook, which again, Russell Westbrook at the beginning of the season, we all know he got an injury. He was injured. He was out for like 6 fucking games. The Thunder win all 6 of those fucking games without Russell Westbrook. They literally caught their momentum when Russell Westbrook left the fucking team. When he got injured, I mean. Paul George is dominated, which I was actually more surprised than expected about Paul George. I thought Paul George was going to play like shit, but he played better than expected. He had plenty of games where he dropped like 30 fucking points. He was dominating like a motherfucker. And Dennis Schroeder, I thought Dennis Schroeder was going to be like just an average fucking player, especially since he's coming off the bench, against Westbrook. But Dennis Schroeder also been playing way better than I fucking expected. People did not give a fuck about that shit. The fucking Thunder this season are like 12-7. They're like top 5 seed right now. I think they're like 5th seed right now. Playing fucking amazing. Okay, well, compared to how I thought they were going to play this season. And the momentum started when Russell Westbrook was not on the fucking team. And they were underrated. I'll go as far to say if you were to take away Westbrook from the fucking Thunder, they would be underrated. But now that Westbrook's back on the fucking team, whenever they fucking win, and it's mainly due to the factors that don't have to do with Russell Westbrook, you know what I'm saying, which has obviously been proven since they've been playing really great without him. Whenever they win a fucking game with Russell Westbrook, everybody shifts their fucking credit to Westbrook. Westbrook gets a triple-double. He got a triple-double last night. Like, who gives a fuck? Okay? Like, literally, I think it was Russell Westbrook. I think it was Westbrook's 2nd game back or some shit like that from the fucking injury last week or a few weeks ago against the Golden State Warriors. And the Golden State Warriors were on a fucking massive losing streak. And they lost the fucking game against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Dennis Schroeder drops 32 fucking points. Dominates that fucking game. Nobody talks about that shit. Nobody gives a fuck, like, oh, he's a good fucking player. But Westbrook gets a triple-double, any other random triple-double that he fucking stat pads, everybody builds so much hype around it as if it's something amazing. It's just like, what the fuck? So the main reason why I think that the Thunder are overrated is because of Russell Westbrook. Just Westbrook and all the praise that he gets for things that he does not deserve is why he's overrated, and that's why the entire team's overrated. Because if the Thunder have a great fucking game, and Westbrook has a great game as well individually, but not helping his team, everybody puts the credit on Russell Westbrook. So they're giving Russell Westbrook the credit based off of credit that he does not deserve. They're giving more credit to the player that does not deserve as much credit than giving credit to the fucking players that actually deserve more credit. So what makes the team underrated is even more solidified. You know what I'm saying? If this makes sense. It's even more solidified for why they're underrated, because people don't give a fuck about that shit. But whenever Russell Westbrook plays good, even though he makes his team worse, people give credit to Russell Westbrook when he doesn't deserve it. Therefore, they give credit to the team as a whole, as Oklahoma City Thunder, when they don't deserve it, because they're mainly focusing on Russell Westbrook. They're mainly focusing the credit that they give to Russell Westbrook and not any of the other players that help the team win more than Westbrook does, because all he does is literally pad stats. He's a detriment to the fucking team. And I keep on saying this fucking shit. But whenever he has a good fucking game with good numbers, everyone wants to go crazy. So they're giving him credit credit that he does not deserve and giving the entire team's win over based off something that gets more credit than it fucking deserves. Therefore, the entire team is overrated. Of course, it's really hard to explain. It's a bit of a fucking paradox because they're kind of underrated but overrated at the same time. But I'm going to have to put the Thunder on that fucking list mainly because of Russell Westbrook. He makes the entire team overrated. So number 3, I got that. That was the Oklahoma City Thunder. So number 2 on his list. And I know I'm going to piss off a lot of people with number 2 on his fucking list. But number 2 on his list I have is the Minnesota fucking Timberwolves. The Minnesota fucking Timberwolves in this bitch. Now, I can't believe this shit, okay? I honestly cannot believe that people, I can't believe I'm actually putting this team on a fucking list. But again, Minnesota fucking Timberwolves, I'm going to have to put this team on a list. And you already fucking know why I'm putting the Minnesota Timberwolves as number 2 on this list. It's because of one motherfucker, Derrick fucking Rose. Because of one motherfucker, Derrick fucking Rose. I have to put this motherfucker. Derrick fucking Rose is literally the only reason, okay? Well, I don't think he probably is the only reason. To be honest, he probably is the only reason why the fucking Timberwolves are overrated. But we already know, okay, Derrick Rose, should I even fucking explain this shit? Maybe I might as well just fucking do it. But Derrick Rose, you already fucking know with this motherfucker coming in, playing barely better than an average player. Only averaging like 15 points per game. Okay, literally only averaging like 15 points per game. Everybody wants to pay attention to the Minnesota Timberwolves now. It's like the only reason people give a fuck, and that's why they're overrated in my opinion. The only reason people give a fuck about the Timberwolves right now is just because of Derrick Rose. That's the only reason why. They do not give a fuck about any other fucking team. They do not give a fuck about any other. They don't give a fuck about any other component of the Minnesota Timberwolves other than Derrick Rose. Even though this motherfucker is only averaging like 15 points per game. Like, it still fucking baffles me. How can you call this team? How can you focus so much attention? Because I think the Timberwolves right now are getting more attention than they ever gotten before within the past 10 years. Since fucking Kevin Garnett was on the team. They have not gotten this much attention since KG was on the fucking Timberwolves. But now they're doing it more than ever just because Derrick Rose is on the team. And everyone thinks that, oh my god, Derrick Rose, you know what I'm saying? He's a fucking washed up ass fucking player and he's barely playing better than an average player right now. But, you know, we want to cling to Derrick Rose and being great so much and being the old MVP self so much that we're going to cling on him so fucking much and we're going to give him all this fucking praise and all this fucking shit over just average performances that like at least 25 other players in the league do on a daily fucking basis. Okay, well, on a nightly fucking basis. It's just like, what the fuck? Like, there's literally a perfect fucking example, my nigga. A perfect fucking example is like last fucking week, I think, or a few fucking games ago. The Minnesota Timberwolves beat the Cleveland Cavaliers, right? They beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. Derrick Rose only has 12 fucking points. Only had 12 fucking points, 10 points in the fourth quarter, beating the worst team in the league. Who gives a fuck? Who would give a fuck? If there was any other player in the league who had 10 points, like if it was the Chicago Bulls against the Cleveland Cavaliers in a random league pass game, no one gives a fuck about the Cavaliers. They're literally the worst team in the league. If you are a team in the league and if you cannot beat the Cleveland Cavaliers, something's wrong with your fucking team. Your team is just straight up dog shit. If you cannot beat the Cleveland Cavaliers, they're literally the worst team in the league. So, the Minnesota Timberwolves barely beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. Derrick Rose, for example, Derrick fucking Rose only had 10 points in the fourth quarter. And everyone somehow gives a fuck about that shit. They're saying make Derrick Rose an all-star. For what? Literally, for what? So it's like, they want to see Derrick Rose, who's not even a fucking starter, who's not even the best player on his own fucking team. They want to see him do well so fucking bad that they're willing to hype him up over every little thing that he fucking does. And that's the only reason why they watch the Minnesota Timberwolves to begin with. When in reality, they won't even make the fucking playoffs this season. And that is fucking sad with all the hype surrounding the Timberwolves just because of an average player. And now everyone wants to hype him up just because he's playing better than he did for the past fucking 5 years where he's been playing like complete fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why is... It's just fucking ridiculous. It's just fucking ridiculous. I mean, I never thought that I'd see the fucking day where a team would be overrated just because of an average fucking player who's playing better than usual on a team that's not even going to make the fucking playoffs. I do not know why words cannot even describe how overrated this shit is. So anyway, so number 2, I'm going to have to put the Minnesota Timberwolves in this bitch. So number 1, but considering the fact that people probably know that the Timberwolves aren't going to be about shit and, you know, other than their hype for Derrick Rose and Karl-Anthony Towns way better than a motherfucker, but people don't give a fuck about that shit, then people know that they're not going to, you know, people fucking know that the Timberwolves aren't really going to be shit, and if they make the playoffs, they'll get lost in the first round, so might as well not put them on number 1 on the list. But number 1 on this fucking list right now, I know this is going to piss off a lot of people, but number 1 on this list, I have the Los Angeles fucking Lakers. The LA fucking Lakers, my niggas. So I'm going to have to put this fucking team on number 1 on the list, and maybe you can make the legitimate argument that this team should not be number 1 on the list, considering the fact that, you know, they're playing a lot better ever since they got fucking Tyson Chandler a few weeks ago. You know, of course, helping with the offensive boards, and the team is playing a lot fucking better right now. You know, but here's the thing. Of course, the Lakers are going to be overrated just because it's LA, okay? Just because it's Showtime LA, making a lot of fucking, it's just in Los Angeles, everybody builds hype around that shit for absolutely no fucking reason, just because it's in Los Angeles and it's the Lakers by default. But if you take that shit away, all you have on the Los Angeles Lakers is LeBron fucking James. And that's obviously the main reason why people are hyping the team up, because they want to see LeBron James and the Lakers, you know, play so well and potentially make it to the conference fucking finals. And then all this fucking ridiculous shit. But in reality, all the Los Angeles Lakers, I'm not going to deny that the Lakers are getting better now with LeBron James. But at the end of the day, the Lakers are literally slowly fucking progressing. And that's it. They're just slowly progressing. If you take away LeBron from the Lakers, it's just a random average fucking team. Even right now, they're an average fucking team. There's literally they're literally in the middle of the Western Conference right now. They're literally an average fucking team in the league with LeBron James. If you take away LeBron James, they wouldn't even be that much good to begin with. You know what I'm saying? So they're just slowly progressing. And when I mean slowly progressing, I mean like so slowly progressing that it's going to take them like literally like a fucking... It's going to take this entire fucking season before they're even fucking championship ready. But I guarantee you that if the Lakers will go on like a 5-game winning streak, a 6-game winning streak, everybody's going to act like, oh my God, the Lakers are so amazing, they're championship ready, but they will completely ignore, same thing with the Houston Rockets, they completely fucking ignore all the other fucking teams that are doing just as good as the Los Angeles Lakers. So I'm going to put the Lakers at number 1 on the list because all of LeBron James' teammates are nowhere near championship ready. But people, ESPN, all these motherfuckers want to build the fucking Lakers up as if this team even has a chance of being championship ready. If you think the Lakers right now are championship ready, then you are a fucking idiot. But people have this stigmatization against, you know, about LeBron James, about, you know, just because he's a fucking good player and shit like that. You're a great fucking player, obviously one of the best players in the league right now, even though he's playing a lot worse than, you know, expected, and playing a lot worse than he did last season and the seasons before that. But, you know, since, you know, LeBron James and shit, you know what I'm saying, he's supposed to be this great fucking player, supposed to carry his team to a championship, they think that they just automatically think they're championship ready. If you think the Lakers are anywhere near championship ready, then you are completely fucking ignorant. You are completely fucking ignorant to that shit. So, the Lakers, no, okay? They're not fucking championship ready, and they're nowhere near that fucking shit, okay? It's ridiculous that people actually believe that fucking shit, but people are going to hold them to that same standard, but it's literally going to take them an entire season before they're even at that fucking level. So, the Lakers, at this rate, don't even have a chance of making the Western Conference Finals this season. The Trailblazers are way better than them. The Nuggets are way better than them. The Nuggets literally blew them out by 30 fucking points. Nobody wants to talk about that shit. But since it's the Lakers, since it's Showtime, since it's LeBron James, then people want to hype them up. But they are nowhere near championship ready. They just hold them up to such a high pedestal that they're too inexperienced to reach. So that's all I gotta fucking say. So Lakers are number 1 on the fucking list of most overrated teams. Number 5, 76ers. Number 4, Houston Rockets. Number 3, Oklahoma City Thunder. Number 2, Minnesota Timberwolves. And number 1, LA Lakers. We out of here.